Shall we start? Kumar, shall we start?
Just a minute, Adma. Wait for a minute.
Yeah.
Atma, can you please wait for a minute? I'm just trying to do the live stream. Am I audible to you?
Kumar, shall we start? Yes, you are audible.
Hello, everyone. Welcome you all to Revamp ED. Today we have Atmanathan Inderjit with us, who is pursuing masters in Jamia Milia Islamia University, New Delhi. So we'll be having this session in live stream mode. Those who couldn't able to join in person can watch the recorded video or else the live streamed video in online mode. So in this video, Atma is going to cover the courses which is provided by offered by Jamia Millia Islamia, as well as he will be dealing the importance of getting a degree from Jamia. So that's all. Yeah. Now it's with you, Atma. Kindly go ahead.
Thank you, Kumar, for this opportunity. So, myself, Atmanathan Indrajit, and I am pursuing my master's in conflict analysis and peace building from Nelson Mandela Research Center in Jamia Millia Islamia University. So, first of all, we'll split this into two sessions. One is we'll focus on Jamia Millia Islamia and its own entrances. Second, we'll focus upon what are the courses that comes under CUT. What are the courses that comes under CUT? Okay. Yeah. So first, before going to what is the entrance procedure and everything, we'll see why you should study in Jamia Millia Islamia University. If you ask me, there are two primary reasons. One is the courses here. So if you see, there are a lot of courses which are available only in Jamia. So you might have heard about development studies, you might have heard about development, but there is a course called MA Development Extension. So you might have heard courses about media, journalism and everything, but in Jamia, there is a course called MA in Convergent Journalism. Like there's a course on social exclusion and inclusive policy. There's a course that which I'm studying conflict analysis and peace building, compared to religion, everything is there. And even particularly when it comes to IR, like international relations, you will see there are specialized courses, like West Asian studies course like that. So this is why you have to study in Jamia, because there are courses which are available only in Jamia with an amazing faculty members and resource persons like that. So first part is this. Second reason why you should join Jamia is comparatively, it is a very cost efficient place to study, because if you see like an architecture thing, so you have to pay around 4 lakhs per year in Chennai, but at the same time in Jamia it's just 16,000 per year. So the cost of studying is really less, so it is easily affordable. At the same time, the courses are also interesting. So these two are the main reasons that I feel like you should join Jamia. So now we'll go to the entrance part. So Jamia has its own entrance. There are some courses which come under CUET, but Jamia has its own entrance. And the way entrance is conducted, it depends upon the courses. For example, I opted for two courses. One is MA in International Relations, West Asian Studies. The second is Conflict Analysis and Peace Building. So for certain courses in Jamia, what you have to do is you will apply and you will get the admit cards, and you have to come to Delhi and you have to write the exam. So what the exam pattern is, there will be 100 MCQs. You have to write all the MCQs. If you have to write all the MCQs, and there is negative marking also for the MCQs. Okay. But when it comes to certain other courses like conflict analysis and peace building, there are three parts. One is there will be MCQs. First 40 mark, I think there will be MCQs. Second part will be subjective questions. It is based on the area that is the subject is that you opted for is covered. For example, if I am opting for conflict analysis and peace building, the questions that I had is explain the role of gender and conflict, like how it is related, like that they asked in my entrance exam. So there are a lot of courses like that. So sorry, there are a lot of there is the procedural differences between each courses. That is there. So after doing the MCQs, after doing the subjective questions, like MCQs and subjective questions will come on the same exam, like you'll write it on the same day, and then they'll call you for interview. So what is the criteria for you to be called in interview is you have to score at least 30% marks in the descriptive questions that I told, na, subjective question. So you have to score at least 30% marks in that. 15% marks is necessary for the MCQs questions. So this is the process. Okay, this is the process. And Jamia Milia entrance test, I'll tell you the important dates now. Yeah, so first, the applications are open now. It will be open till April 3rd of 2023. Second, you will have a time to edit the forms. Okay, so it will be from April 4 to April 6. And next, they will give you admit cards, and in that admit card, you will get it around like April 10, 2023, like that, according to the recent stats I'm telling. The last one is the entrance exam will be there, and they will tell the dates. Actually, they will tell the dates entrance exam. In my period, what happened was like I gave entrance exam around June 6th, one exam I gave, and June 12 or 13 I gave another exam. So it is not very near. So they'll continuously organize entrance tests in Delhi. Like it will happen only in Jamia. For certain courses, there are entrance tests which is there all over India, like Trivandrum and Kolkata, like that. So I'll tell you that also. So there are courses where you can just like apply and you can just like write entrance from near to your home. You don't need to come to Delhi for that. So the courses are like MBA full time and MBA in entrepreneurship and family business, BEd, MA social work, MA psychology, MA HRM, and MA English, and MA economics and MCA. So for these courses and all, you can write entrance near your home if possible. So there are centers in Trivandrum, Lucknow, Patna, Srinagar, Kolkata, Guwahati, apart from Delhi. So for these courses, if you apply, you can write entrance near to your home. But for other courses and all, most of the courses, you have to come here and you have to write. This is the thing. Now we'll go to the second part about the CET UG. So before telling about what are the courses under CET UG and everything, I'll tell you what is CET UG in general and what are the basic things that you have to know. So CET UG is a common university entrance test, which is like hosted to which is hosted to select candidates across the country for all the central universities in the countries. Okay, and now state universities, certain state universities are also following it. And what is important about CET is like there are few UG courses, and again telling there are few UG courses which are coming under CET, like for Jamia. So there is a BA Honors History course, there is a foreign language courses, BA Spanish and Latin American Studies. These courses and all like coming in CET UG like that. Okay, so now I'll tell you the important dates regarding CET. So first, you have to submit the application form within 30th March within 9:50 p.m. So the last date of fee payment is the same date, but you have time till 11:50 p.m. Okay. So you'll also get time to correct a form, like as you see in Jamia application. In Jamia application, they'll give you time after submitting the form. If you want to correct anything in the form, they'll give you time now. So the same thing is there in CET application also. So you'll get the time from 1st April to 3rd April. And the time you can correct your particulars in the application form. Next, the admit cards will be given around 2nd week of May. And the date of examination will be around 21st May to 31st May. Okay, so these are the things, and everything will be MCQ questions. Okay, in CET, everything will be MCQ question, and you have to register in cet.samarth.ac.in. So in this website only you have to register for it. And with regards to the documents that's required for the CET procedure, I'll tell you that first you have to have a recent photograph with a white background, and you have to compress the photograph. The one mistake that most of the time we tend to do is like we forgot to compress the photograph before going to the application form. So we'll compress. If it is better if you compress the documents beforehand, it will be easy for you to apply also. So the size should be around 10 KB to 200 KB. So all these particulars is there in application form also. If you have doubt, you can just like go through it. I'll just like tell you in brief. So you should also have a scanned signature of yourself, and it should be within 4 KB to 30 KB. So this should be the size of the signature, and you have to have a scanned copy of the category certificate. SC, ST, OBC category students should have their certificate scanned, and that scanned certificate should be within 50 kb to 300 kb. And people with benchmark disability should provide the certificate in the same size only, 50 kb to 300 kb. Okay. And the most important thing, while you're uploading certificates, make sure that all the particulars are legible, like all the letters are legible, or else it might be problematic. Okay. And when it comes to fee payment, as you know, like there is net banking, credit card, debit card thing. But the very easiest way that I feel is like to do UPI or PhonePe or Google Pay. So it is much easier way. Okay. And coming to the choice of the cities. Okay. So the choice of the cities, as I told you, in Jamia, it is very limited. But in CUET general, you will have cities all over India, like most of the place you have. So what you have to do is like you should prefer cities. There will be 3 to 4 preferences. You have to prefer it, which is cities which is comfortable for you. So you'll get one center. Obviously, you'll get a first priority centers of most of the time. In that case, and some cases, if there is less number of centers provider or something like that, they will change it to next thing. Okay, that's one thing. And another thing, the important thing I have to focus here is choice of the courses. Okay, so there is this thing like if you are applying these many courses, you have to pay this many fees, and if you're applying 7 courses, you have to pay this many fees. Like that, there is something. So be wise while you're choosing the courses. Particularly for Jamia and all, like you have a lot of courses, right? So check what is the syllabus of the courses. The paper code itself will differ. So there will be paper code like PG QP40. Like I'm telling about PG, but in UG it might differ. So in PG there is a there's a paper code for PG QP40, which covers South Asian studies in Pondicherry University. At the same time, it covers P studies in some other universities. So make sure that you know which paper code that you are going to write and come to UG. Okay. So choice of the courses is very important, and in my personal opinion, it's not necessarily like you have to apply for every courses. Whatever courses you are preferring, you just like apply it and you can give the exam. And I'm very sure that you will get in the university and the course you wish. The next thing about the exam thing. Okay, so you have to have the admit card printed with yourself along the self declaration form. And you have to have 2 passport size photos. In application form and all, like they will tell 1 passport size photo, but it is better if you have 2 passport size photos. And you should have an ID proof. And in my suggestion, Aadhaar card is the best option. And you should also have PWBD certificate if you have benchmark disability. Okay. So coming to the Jamia entrance again. So you have to apply in the website. Like if you go to www.jmi.ac.in, you can find the portal. Or else you can also check the portal www.jmicoe.in. So these are the websites that you have to go and you have to apply. Okay, the process is more or less same. At the same time, like as I told you, the only part where you have to focus like while applying is like before going to the application form, get the documents required in a proper size, like compressed size. First thing. Second thing is select the course you want. Like be very sure like what are the courses you want and what are the courses it is coming. If it's under CET UG, if it is under Jamia entrance, it is easy to manage, because in Jamia entrance they will ask like what course you want, like that in easy. But here it is a paper code, so make sure that you properly select the course. And apart from that, yes, so apart from that, nothing else is there. Like I'll tell you the interview process and everything. So interview process, as I told you, based on the entrance that you written, like they will select students and they will call them for interview, like based on the ranking. In Nelson Mandela Center, they had 2 lists, first list and second list. And in first list, when we went, they just like called people based on their rank and they just like had an interview. So what they will ask in interviews, like everything related to your syllabus, like the course you opted. Okay, the course you opted and what you studied in the UG. Okay, so I was studied international relations in my UG, and I opted for this course. So they asked me in that background. So they also asked me like what is the area of interest. When I told it's environment, they also asked me like how environment and conflict is related. So the questions are not like too difficult, but you will be able to answer. You should you don't need to worry about it a lot. basically. So interview is this. The entrance thing also is the same. Like the syllabus is like whatever you opted, whatever course you opted, the questions will come from that. For example, in investigation studies question paper, like there were 100 MCQs. All the 100 MCQs, not like all, at least 90% of the 100 MCQs came from the West Asian politics, history of West Asian politics, and dynamics of West Asian politics. What's happening today, like that. So GCC and everything, whatever it's in the purview of West Asian studies, they ask questions only from that. They didn't ask something apart from that. Okay, so this is a thing. So even in conflict analysis, also the first 40 questions they asked in the same way. So there should be a question: where can I find the syllabus of the entrance exam, like that? For most of the courses, the department might itself like put a notification. For Nelson Mandela Center, they made a clear notification that we will be asking questions from these areas only, like that they told. They pointed out 7 areas, and they told like we'll be asking questions only from these areas. Okay, so check for the syllabus, entrance syllabus in Jamia, like it is easily available. And apart from that, what are preparations is needed, like that? If you ask me, it's like whatever course you opt, try to get, learn more facts and knowledge about it. Like try to gain more and more knowledge about it. Try to learn what are the contemporary trends in the area that you focus. For example, if you are focusing on international relations, West Asian studies, you should know like what are the contemporary trends in West Asia and everything. These are the important areas. Okay, and apart from that, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. So more or less, I covered every part, including Jamia entrance as well as CUET entrance under the scope of Jamia admission, like that. So if you have any doubts, you can ask. I'll try my level best to answer. So that's it. Ilaya?
Yeah, Atma.
Ilaya, I covered the most of the thing under entrance, both CUET entrance and Jamia entrance, both I covered. Like,
Yeah. Thank you, Atma. Is there any participant would like to have any question? You can kindly unmute and ask.
so I forgot to tell another important thing also about the reservation policy in Jamia. So here 50% seats are reserved for Muslims, and that too it is reserved in like specific categories. So for Kashmiri Muslim, there's a special reservation. For Muslim OBC, there's a special reservation, and for Muslim women, there is a reservation. Like it is like categorized in that way. So if you are like, I just want to cover the reservation policy thing also. So the reservation is in this way: 50% seats are reserved for Muslims. That too, it is categorized as OBC Muslims, SC/ST Muslims, Muslim women, and Kashmiri Muslims. So while giving certificates also, like as I told you, please make sure the certificates are legible, or else it may be problematic. Okay, so
Thank you, Atma. Can you please share a few words on how about the fee structure in Jamia, and then how about the hostel facility for men and women candidates who join Jamia?
sure. Fees thing, as I told in the very first part, fees is very less in comparison to other universities and colleges. So that too, for in my course and all, it's like around 7,200 only, like 7,200, 3,000, like 6,000, like that when it comes to masters. And as I told, I hear a comparison between the architecture school in Chennai and architecture course here. So architecture school in Chennai charges around 4 lakhs per year. At the same time, we can see they are charging around like 16,000 per year in Jamia. So the fee is very less. The second part, hostel thing. So hostel procedure is a okay. I'll take some more time. Please be with me. So hostel procedure, you have to apply for hostel. As everyone knows, there's be hostel application and everything. In Jamia, the interesting thing is like you have points. So out of 100, how many points you score, that is matters. So out of 100, maximum of the point, around 40 to 30% of the points is based on the entrance, entrance or your UG entrance like that. So the previous semester marks. When it comes to first semester thing, so what you have to do is like you have to give the marks which you give in UG like that. For if a PG person, you have to tell how it is in UG, how much marks you scored in UG. Okay. Uh, if it is a what to say, a UG person, you have to tell how much marks you scored in +2. So like that, the marks you scored previously will be mattering a lot in hostel admission. First thing. Second thing is like you have points for NCC and NSS cadets. You have points for sports people. You have points for distance. So distance part is like from this. I think if I'm correct, they have minimum distance that you have to be in that. If you are in or around Delhi, like in a very particular distance, you won't get a hostel. So from that amount till 1200 or 1600 kilometer, you'll get 5 points. If you go beyond 1600 kilometers, or if you're from Kashmir, you get 10 points like that. So these are the different criteria. There are different criteria, and it might change also. It might change every year also. So there are points based system. Based on the after the points, there is a very lump amount of points which is left, around 40 points left, which is for interview. In interview, there will be people who will be dealing with this hostel issue, provost and everybody will be there. They'll ask you a question like why you need a hostel, how long you're from, what is your father doing, will you be able to afford a PG outside, everything they will ask. So you have to answer that, and they will give marks, and after that the result will come. So there will be a lot of lists actually. So first hostel list, second hostel list, like that. There will be a lot of lists. And another important thing is like for each center or each department, there will be limited seats of hostels. So it is not like, okay, we are applying for a hostel, a lot of people are from these many distances, they are beyond 2000 kilometer distances, they will get a hostel. It's not true. It's like for each and every department, they will allocate like these many seats, only hostels are available like that. So you will be competing for a hostel within your own department friends. That is what will happen. So I think in chat, one person asked the question.
Yeah, I'll read the question for you. That there is a question that for MA history, I mean, like as general MA, what will be the question pattern? Whether it's MCQs or else it will be a descriptive type. So that's the question. You can put some light on that.
Fine. So now, Ashraf, I'm extremely sorry because I don't know particularly like with how they will ask, because I didn't opt for that. As I told you, they might ask fully objective of 100, or they will ask 40 objective and 40 subjective, and then. So what I'll do is like I'll just like go through once again. Like I'll just like go through the history syllabus and history exam pattern, and I'll let you know in person, and we can also put it in the comment box of YouTube. Is it fine, Milia?
Yeah, thank you, Atma. I'll stop the live now. So if anybody have a question, they can unmute and ask later on. Thank you, Atma, for joining us, and thank you for spending your valuable time. We'll share the contact details in group. If students need it for the guidelines, you can support them. Yeah, thank you, Atma.
Thank you, Leah.